so you must be my eye examination and vision assessment. Yes. Welcome, my name is Dr. Sean. That's S-E-A-N, spelt the correct way. And I'll be doing your assessment today, okay? So the assessment is pretty basic. There's not a huge amount of steps involved. So they're all pretty basic and pretty straightforward, okay? I expect you'll be able to ace everything we throw at you. There will be a few eye checks, okay? So there'll be some lights going into the eyes. We're going to start with those first of all. The very first check will involve me using some mydriatic drops or eye drops, okay? And they won't be sticky or anything like that. Are you brave enough to do the eye drops? You can do this, come on. Yes, okay, fantastic. So we're going to start with those, and I'll be telling you when I'm going to shine the bright light into your left and into your right eye, okay? Just so you're as comfortable as possible, okay? Alright, so get yourself nice and relaxed, relieve any tension in your body, your neck, shoulders, head, wherever tension may lie. Get yourself nice and comfortable. This will take around 25 or so minutes, alright? Most of my patients find it relaxing, by the way, so you're in good hands. Okay. So. Right, so yes, we're going to be just dimming the lights in a moment, okay? But first of all, I'm going to be putting in these drops, alright? In a moment, I'll be asking you just to tilt your chin back ever so slightly, okay? So not right back like that, and not doing it at all, but just a little bit. Yeah, okay. Alright, so 3 drops in each eye. They won't sting or anything like that, so okay. The idea of the drops, by the way, is to dilate the pupils, just so I can carry out my checks that I need to do, alright? So that's all it is, just to dilate the pupils. It's not scary, okay? It's not scary. Alright, so if you put your chin back ever so slightly for me, and hold your head nice and still. Oops, I missed with that one. Okay, never mind. 1, there we go. 2, 3, that's fine. Yeah, blink away. Okay, just look at your eyes. The pupils are getting... Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. Okay, we're going to do the other side now. So again, if you could tilt your chin back ever so slightly. I'll try not to miss this time. I'm not promising you that. Okay, head back a little bit. Not too much. There we go. 1, 2, 3. And blink away. Blink, 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 blink. How do you feel? It's not too bad, is it? No, I may have built them up to being this big scary thing, but yes, I do like to explain to my patients that you know, I'm about to put liquid in your eyes, so it's maybe a little bit scary for some people, but you are nice and brave, which is good to see. Before I continue to waffle, I'm going to be turning off one of the lights just to dim the overall lighting in this area. Okay, so we get nice and cosy and nice and romantic. Okay. Okay, so we have a nice ambiance going on here. So I'm using this wonderful gadget. What we like to call it Thelmoscope. That's O-P-T-H-A-L-M-O-S-C-O-P-E. Yeah. And it has a light. And we have different settings here. The very first check, we're going to be looking at the optic vessels, the optic nerve, and something we call the macula. Alright, so I'm going to shine the bright light into both eyes for approximately 2 seconds. Okay. Are we ready? Fantastic. Okay. So, just look anywhere you want to, it's fine. Okay, so I'm going to shine the bright light into your left eye in 3, 2, 1, now. And we're done, really well done. And I'm going to be showing the bright light into your right eye this time in 3, 2, 1, now. And there we go, fantastic. Okay, so we're putting the light back on, making a few notes. Then we'll do a second check of the eyes with the lights on. Once we've done that, we'll do a third check with the light off or dimmed. Alright, let's put the light back on. Okay, so I'm just writing my findings. Okay, everything is fine. The optic disc and the nerves and the macula all looking healthy. Okay, so no worries there whatsoever, so that's fantastic. We're about to do a fundoscopy. Yes, it puts the fun into the exam, except it doesn't, because it's not as fun as it sounds. In fact, it's very similar to the last check, so if you didn't find the last check fun, the fundoscopy is probably not going to be fun either. But alas, we shall carry on. Okay, for this we're going to be assessing the anterior segment of the eye. We're going to do this with the lights on, okay? So, what I need for you to do for this particular check is, we're going to start on the left side, okay? So I'm going to be coming in very close like so. So what I'd like you to do, if possible, in order for this check to be very accurate and at the best it can be, I need you, if you can, to focus on a point on the back wall here. Okay, do not focus on this side because I'll be blocking that side of your vision. Okay, so if you can, I mean I will be getting close with the film scope, but to the best of your ability, if you could possibly focus at the back wall on this side, that would be wonderful. Okay, so I just blinded myself again with the film scope. Done that a few times, a few dozen times. Right, so making sure I'm in the right setting here. So yeah, if you could look at a point, any point will do as long as it's on the back wall. Okay, so we're going to be shining a bright light into your left eye in 3, 2, 1 now. Okay, we're done, fantastic. Now we're going to do the opposite now. Okay, so if you could focus on a point on this side this time. Okay, excellent stuff. Alright, so we're going to be shining a bright light into your right eye in 3, 2, 1 now. And we're done, fantastic. Okay, that's great. We'll make a few notes here. Just blink away, get yourself nice and comfortable. We have one more eye check to do. Alright, so you're doing really well. I know it can be a little bit stressful for some patients. Other patients enjoy it, so I don't know, maybe you're somewhere in the middle, but yeah. Okay, so we're going to be doing a checking of your red eye reflex. Okay, so for this we're looking for an orange reddish reflection in the pupil, which sounds awfully complicated, but it's pretty straightforward. And again, we're going to be needing to dim the light. Alright, so make sure I've got my setting correct here without blinding myself this time. Okay, I left my light on there, not very energy efficient, is it? Right, we're going to turn this light off now. Okay, so we are going to just basically shine the light onto both eyes again. You can look anywhere you wish, that's fine, okay? Alright, are we ready for another light shining on the eye business? Okay. So shine the bright light into your left eye in 3, 2, 1, now. And we're done, well done. Now we're going to shine the bright light into your right eye in 3, 2, 1, now. And we are done, well done. Good. Okay, I'm going to make a note, but I've got to turn the light on, otherwise I don't know what I'm doing because I can't see very well. Okay, bear with me. Okay, so everything is fine, everything's good, everything is wonderful. Okay, so really well done there. We observed the reddish orange reflection in both pupils, okay? Okay, wonderful. So, I'm going to be assessing your eye movements, okay? For this I'll be using tuning fork, which is often synonymous with hearing tests, but we're going to actually use the hammer on the tuning fork for a visual test. Okay, so we like to use our props where we can, you know. I should say medical instruments, not props, but you get the idea. Okay, so now I want you to look at the blue ball. Okay, right here. Okay, and tell me, do you see 1 or 2? Okay, that's fine. And again, if you could look at the blue ball and tell me if you see 1 or 2. Okay, now if you can look at my nose and just using your peripheral vision, can you tell me, while still looking at my nose, can you see 1 or 2 balls? Okay, and on the other side, look at my nose again, can you see 1 or 2? Okay, fantastic. Now we're going to be doing follow the blue ball. Alright, so this time I want you to keep your head as still as you can. Okay, so keeping your head in line with mine as it is now is perfect. So don't be moving your head around, just move your eyes. Okay, so keeping your head as still as you possibly can. Okay, that's the trick with this. Okay, now I want you to follow the blue ball. Okay, so here we go, keeping the head still. Going to vary the speed. Good. Keeping that still, that's good. Okay, good. Okay, that's wonderful. I'm going to do the other side now. Again, keeping your head in line with mine, keeping your head as still as you possibly can, and tracking the blue ball at the end of my tuning fork hammer, or pinger. Alright, here we go then. Keeping the head still, that's wonderful. Fantastic, really well tracked. Okay, don't seem to be having any major issues there. It was a little bit tricky when we went fast and slow, yeah, but it's designed to really sort of keep you on your toes, so you did really well there. Alright, so I'll make a note just to say how well you performed there. Okay, so that's excellent. Alright, now we'll need to ask you, did you experience any double vision at all while we performed that last test? So we'll be checking your, what we call the accommodation reflex. Okay, so we'll use my pencil here. Okay, so we have this wonderful blue bear. Yeah, it looks like a bear, I guess. It's probably the closest animal I can think of. Okay, I don't see too many blue bears in a while, but we won't focus on the details there. Right, so what I need you to do then is to look at the wonderful blue bear. That's it, keeping your head in line with mine, just looking with your eyes at the blue bear. Okay, that's wonderful. Now if you could pick a point behind me, look at that, ignoring the blue bear. Okay, now looking back at the blue bear for me. Okay. Good, now pick up another point behind me. Okay, and relax, that's really well done. Okay, now we'll move over to the other side now. Again, if you could pick a point behind me, that'd be wonderful, ignoring the blue bear. It's wonderful smile. And yellow cheeks. Okay, now if you could look at the bear for me. Okay, and again, if you could pick a point behind me. Okay, look at the blue bear. Okay, relax, that's good, yeah. That's fine, if you just look forward for me just for a moment. Okay, look at my nose, please. Keep looking at my nose. Yeah, that's fine, well done. Good. Okay, no worries there, the ability to focus, okay? So we did get pretty close then, but we do need to have a very good look at the pupils, okay? Alright, everything's good, that's fine. So we are halfway through, believe it or not. Yeah, we've done well, haven't we? The time's gone pretty quick, hasn't it? Been a lot of fun. Alright, so looking for the relative afferent pupillary defect. Next, the RAPD, okay? So it's basically a swinging light test. But we like to be posh, so we call it technical names to make us, seem more important than we already are. And we're pretty, so we're pretty conceited as it is. Yeah. Right, so what I want you to do is just to look forward for me. It's fine. I'm going to be swinging the light from eye to eye. There we go. Keep looking forward for me. That's wonderful. Keep looking forward. Good. So I'm going to be looking at both eyes while I do this. Okay. Getting a very good look at the eyes. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yep. Keep looking forward. It's wonderful. Okay. Just a few more swings left and right. Right and left. Right eye, left eye, to your right eye, to the left. There. Okay, good. Good. Okay, so that's that swinging light test done with. Okay, so we're just sort of bouncing the light from eye to eye, doing our various checks. Everything works, checks out okay, rather. Alright, fantastic. So we will need to dim the lights again, looking at your pupil responses, okay? So, going to have a look at the pupil size, shape, and also looking for symmetry, okay? So again, I'm going to be shining bright light into both eyes, alright? Okay, so we're going to be turning this light off. So I'm going to shine a bright light into your left eye. 3, 2, 1, now. Okay, that's wonderful. Into your right eye. 3, 2, 1, now. And we're done, that's fine. Good. Alright, let me just make a quick note here. Barely got enough light to see. That's fine. Alright, with the lights dim, we can now check the consensual pupil response. Okay, so what I like to do for this test is to place my hand on your nose. Okay, that sort of splits the two eyes, and then I'll be shining the light into one, shine the light into this same eye again, checking both eyes. Okay, so one eye one time, the other eye the next time, etc, etc. I like to check all four corners from the diagonal, so we'll do that on both sides. Okay, I just need you to look wherever you want to, it's fine. Okay. So you just have to stand there and pretty, basically. Okay, here we go. So it's okay if I place my hand onto your nose. You trust me by now. I appreciate that. Okay, so looking wherever you want to is fine. Okay, here we go. Go to direct and look at the other eye for the consensual response. So both eyes will contract whether or not it has a light shone into it. Okay, that's wonderful, and we're going to do the same with the other eye, but I need to change hands now. Okay, I am rather skilled, so I can do this with my left hand, believe it or not. Yeah. Okay, so the right hand on the nose, is that okay? Okay, wonderful. And there we go then. Okay, that's good. Good. Okay, one more. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, both pupils acting as they should be. Okay, so yeah, when one with the eye gets when the light is shone into one eye, the other eye mimics the other eye. If that makes sense. Let me explain that again. When I shine the light into your left eye, the right eye will also contract just as the eye with the light did. Okay, so even though you're not shining into the right, it will still act as it is the left, if that makes sense. I'm probably not explaining it well a second time, but yeah, let's put the light back on. Good, so we'll look at a few notes here. Pupil responses were normal, and everything is fine. Okay, the direct and consensual responses were fantastic. Alright, so that's very good. We'll do the peripheral visual field check in a moment, okay? Okay, so for the visual, peripheral visual field check, I'm going to be covering over my right eye. If you could cover your left for me, so you can either wink or you could cover it with your hand, whichever is more comfortable for you. Okay, so I'm going to be covering my light, my right, not my light. I know I've got the light test on my mind still. Right, I'm going to cover my right eye. If you could cover your left for me and let me know when you see my fingers, okay? You've got to be looking at my nose, okay? So look at my nose, tell me when you see my fingers, covering the left eye. Okay, and again, looking at my nose, tell me when you see my fingers. Okay, and look at my nose, tell me when you see my fingers. Okay, look at my nose, tell me when you see my fingers. Fantastic. Yeah, I often get like a watery eye when I cover my eye, but that's enough about my problems. Now we're going to be doing it on the other side, okay? So I'm going to cover my left, if you could cover your right for me. Looking at my wonderfully straight nose, and tell me when you see my fingers. Good, look at my nose, tell me when. Good. Good. Okay, wonderful, relax. Good. So that was the peripheral visual field test. Yeah, it's a little bit unusual, isn't it? But it is a very good test to do, okay? So it's fine. One more thing, when I did bring in my fingers, did they disappear at all, or did you see the fingers in their entirety? So you saw both fingers at all times when I brought it in. They didn't just suddenly disappear or anything like that. And on both sides, the same with the other side. It didn't disappear, no? Okay, that's good. Alright. Okay. So we're going to do a visual field test, okay? So if you cover your left eye for me and look at my face with your right, tell me if you can see my whole face and that none of it has disappeared. Okay, you can see the whole face. Okay, wonderful. Now if you can cover over your right eye and just using your left, look at my face. Tell me if you can see my entire face and that none of it has disappeared. Okay, you see the whole face. Right. So we're going to end this wonderful examination with the visual acuity test using the Snellen chart, okay? That's this chart here, which you've probably seen many, many times before. It is one of the most synonymous pieces of kit we have here. Alright. So we can use a pinhole occluder, but I don't have one, so I'm not going to do it. Alright, so I'm going to take a step right back here, and I want you to cover over your left eye for me first of all, and I want you to tell me what the letter is that I point to, okay? So nice and simple. Don't worry, we'll be doing the bigger letters at this distance, okay? So don't fret. Okay, so cover your left eye for me. Tell me what the letter is that I point to, okay? If you're not entirely sure, give it your best guess, alright? We'll accept your best guess. Okay. Here we go, with the left eye covered. Okay, that's good, you did well there, okay. Good, because we know your current level of sight, okay, so with that in mind, I think you performed very well there. Now, if you could cover over your right eye for me, we'll do the same again, albeit backwards, okay. We don't want you remembering the letters, so we do it backwards, here we go, with the right eye closed. I mean, there's always a possibility that your memory's really good and your eyes aren't, so you can get around the test that way, I suppose, but we assume you're being honest. Alright, so we're taking a step closer, so arms length apart from you, and we're going to be focusing now on the letters in the middle here, okay? So again, if you cover over your left eye for me, and again, if you can tell what the letter is that I point to, if you're not sure, guess, okay? So, with the left eye closed, here we go. Just making sure you're not cheating. You did well, okay, so now if you can close over your right eye for me, we'll do the same again, albeit backwards, okay, so with the right eye closed, here we go. Impressive, I've got to say, that's impressive. Good, okay, so that was the visual acuity test, all done and did it, and everything is done, in fact, with the eye examination and vision assessment. Yes, so you performed admirably, so really well done, okay, no issues across the board. Okay, I'm now going to get myself something to eat, well-earned rest. It's been a pretty busy morning for me, so yeah. It's been an absolute pleasure to test your eyes. You can repeat the exam in 6 to 12 months, okay? If you want an exam sooner, then please do come back in. We'd be more than happy to test you again. Alright, it's been absolutely fantastic. I wish you a very good day, and just take good care of yourself, and we'll see you again pretty soon. Alright, take care.